Heads up, I'm coming out.
Okay, thrilled with that. Thrilled with that performance of really playing with great swag and confidence on offense. Anybody told me we scored 91, we scored 90, they'd scored 91 and we'd win, I'd say that's not going to happen. But they credit Oklahoma State. They got a great offensive game plan. Really hard for us to stop the downhill. I thought we guarded their action great. What we didn't guard was the offensive rebound and just it's really tough to guard their skill level. When they got really experienced players that really know how to play. So, but we do too. And how we stepped up, making threes. Once again, switch every ball screen. I think they might have had 5 or 6 times that they hedged and recovered. We're trying to read that. We're getting better at that. But we settled a lot in the first half. Our kids did not they felt it. They knew they were doing the wrong thing, but sometimes it's like they just do it and they realize it later on. So I think we adjusted and got better.
When you're that hot, do you not call stuff? Is it just going?
I was trying to get a couple of guys open to get them open. So when Duncan and Derek started doing that, I started getting that action. But Derek, they're not going to give Derek much because they were switching so much. He's going to play one-on-one. But that's the action. Right? You want your big guy on him, right? And we post somebody up or we're split the floor.
Mo said that you kind of stressed stopping to take in the moment and enjoy this. Tell me a little bit about that.
No, we have to do that. I think that's one of my new philosophies in life. And I'm trying to do that. And I want, if there's anything that, one of the things I want, many things I want these guys to remember about their experience at Michigan with this coaching staff and each other is that right there. That embrace every opportunity you have because it's a tremendous to be playing at Michigan, to be playing in the the tournament, to be able to advance. And this just doesn't happen to teams. Embrace it.
What are you most proud of your team?
I thought today, again, I started fussing with the refs early. So they started fussing with the refs. We can't do that. That's what a period there we weren't very good. And then there was a minute there where their pressure, we made a couple of bad reads or we didn't get the action. Now I saw we had 4 turnovers. Every one of them killed me. And I mean, we were doing okay, but they forced us out of our comfort zone. And we did not adjust till the second half. I looked at the scoreboard, though, and I had 40 at half. I said, this isn't about our offense right now. It's about our defense. And that did mildly improve in the second half.
John, down the stretch, you stayed small, even though you were getting stops but not getting rebounds. Was it hard to, not reach for Mo?
DJ is a better rebounder, as good a rebounder as Mo. So I didn't think
but he was going after.
Yeah. Now we had 2 guys. Yeah. So it was more. I thought that was a big issue of staying in front of Evans and trying to make him. Hopefully, we could rebound better and the ball would bounce our way better. Sometimes rebounding is just the ball doesn't bounce your way, but that one they were all over the front of the rim. Everybody's rallying to get help, and the ball's on the rim and they're dunking it. So, but we, I wanted to spread them out. I sensed we're going to have to outscore them. We didn't. Evans is so good.
What can you see about the cards with Derek?
Yeah, you know what? I during one time out, I coached him pretty hard. I did not like what I was seeing in the first half. The pressure that he was seeing, he was like deferring again, and sort of give it to Muhammad. Or his angles was, okay, I'm just going to run this play, but where are we running isn't that important. We have to get the spots on the floor. If that spot isn't there, man, you have to have a counter plan to it. And he wasn't countering at all. He was deferring. And that's when we have to coach him really hard and convince him you take over control of this team and run this team.
John, with about 10 minutes left, you're at 50%.
Yeah.
How in the world are you guys still in that game?
We were able to make enough threes. I mean, we started out cold from 3 because we settled. All of a sudden, we had to outscore them. We had to outscore them. I don't think we're alone. You look at the Kansases and the Iowa States; these scores are all like this. It's tough to guard them, and particularly for us.
This has now won 5 games, 5 different ways essentially in the postseason. This is the exact opposite of Purdue, for example. How much are you going into games with we want to win this way versus just adjusting on the fly right now?
We're adjusting on the fly. I mean, we came out of this. Coach Underwood had this team in the first, major part of the season. No catch, deny, trapping. like they started at times. They chopped the first pass 3 or 4 times out of a timeout, and we executed well on it. So I really didn't know. I had this long sheet of plays I prepare for every game, but I said, Jeff, let's try these 5, and then we got to repick because we really don't know how they're going to play us. I didn't expect to switch to the ball screen because we've had so much success against it, but we saw it again. So we're doing well with it.
How much did UCLA help this, the lessons from UCLA? Those help today?
You know, I think that anytime that we play teams outside our conference that we don't know well, and then they come at you, and you say, okay, they play good basketball outside our league, I think that was helpful. Because they were very similar. I don't think they had the size that they had with the big guards, but their talent level, by just, if you let Forte loose, like we let Alfred loose, he's going to get basket. Muhammad did a great job on Forte. A great job.
It's been a long time.
You put on Derek. It seems like every game there's more and more. And he came out for that stretch and then had to stop your hurt a little bit. I would think.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that the stitches in his knee from back in the accident is something that he ripped a little bit, so he's bothered a little bit. But I wanted to just settle him down. I still didn't see what will happen with a player with Derek's pride. He'll get in an individual matchup with Evans, which is really good. But sometimes it can be a deterrent to your playing at your best, and you can be too focused on that. I just wanted to settle him down.
People will look at the numbers and say live by the 3, but how much has this team proven that it can win in so many different ways now?
Yeah, that's the old thing. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Everybody, if you don't make them, everybody's like, oh, they lost by the 3. Nobody mentions about the time that you win by. But we're going to take what people give us, and if they're going to switch screens and get isolation, and we're going to be in a fast break, we're going to take them. You know why? Because we can make them. So if that's what they're going to do, that's what we're going to do. And if they're pressuring us more, we're going to take it to the rim more and more and get downhill. If they're really shutting out everything, they shut it out at the beginning. They were less aggressive later on.
Got time for one more?
Our defense is tough for us to defend them right now.
Your thoughts on the final 2 teams playing today? Your next potential opponent?
East Jacksonville. I don't know much about the Gamecocks from Jacksonville State. I do know a lot about Louisville, how good they are. My thing is, all these games, watch what happens. Anything can happen in these games. And we're going to try our best to be prepared for both.
They're talking about a steak dinner tonight.
We are buying. The University of Michigan, they deserve it right now. They deserve. They worked hard. This was a lot of games over these 2 weeks. They've done well.